We're here at our A300 site in Woodlands Trail. Example of how we typically mark things. Our tape persists sometimes from one year to the next. In this case, I just relabeled it, so we had 2 previous years' tape, which is great. And the students will run their transects out in this way. Now, you don't always have invaders in the species on your transect labeled for you, but in this case they do. So whoever's going to do this transect is going to be super stoked. When we talk about controlling invasives, sometimes we get so aggressive at the area that's really easy to get to that we deploy our resources there. We deploy volunteers there, say near the entrances of protected areas, to manage the invaders. And sometimes we end up shooting ourselves in the foot because when we go to do interpretation, there isn't anything to interpret. So our friends at the Piedras Blancas Lighthouse in California, they did such a fantastic job of removing non-native ice plant from the coastal bluffs. When they would give tours, nobody even knew what they were talking about. So they actually recovered, replanted a small area in about a 3-foot by 3-foot box, contained so it wouldn't spread, but so they could show the visitors. In this case, here at Woodlands Trail, we have a Chinese privet, one of our 3 primary woody invaders that we're trying to battle here in the restoration of this bottomland hardwood forest. So this guy's labeled. This is only about a 1-2 minute walk from the entrance. So when we bring school kids and other folks like that around, it's nice to be able to point out to them some of the bad guys as well. So normally we think of wanting to get rid of every single bad guy, but it is important to have some training opportunities. It is important to have some reference conditions here so people know what's the what. In this case, Chinese privet tends to be more of a shrub-like invader. If I back off here, you'll be able to see it. It's much more of a sort of spreading type of tree as opposed to tallow or some of our others that are more vertical in orientation. But yeah, it's nice to have a few of these guys near the entrance, especially a small one. Maybe we cut this back every so often so that it doesn't set too much seed. But importance of interpretation is a key part of effective conservation management around the world and here at Woodlands.